is your daughter 19?
She's 19. She's about to be 20 in July.
Okay, tell me everything. Like, you're a girl dad.
It's incredible. So there are. Look, my daughter from day one. I think when she came out of her mother, she cried for like 30 seconds and then started smiling, and that's been her whole life, right? I feel like I know, and people are like, "You son of a," because I never went through any of that's hard stuff.
The colicky.
She was just great. I mean, I used to have to wake her up to get her to eat because she would sleep through the night. This is constant, right? So then she went to high school, and everyone was like, "Watch out, it's going to happen. Your daughter's going to leave the earth. You won't know who she is for a couple of years." Never happened, and then it happened. And I was like, oh, that must be what's been going on for the past 6 months. Because I didn't realize it. I was like, oh, she must just be, I don't know, she's angsty. I don't know what's going on. And then it would be another, and I was like, what's going on? Is it me? Maybe it's me. Oh, what am I doing? And I'm sure it was me as well, you know, stress and stuff. But then she just came back to earth. And I was like, there you are. Where have you been? You've been sick for a couple of years. Now you're back. And now it's great again.
What?
It was never bad, but it just, you know, look, that's a tough time for a young woman or young man, the things they're going through. We never had these phones, right, when we were growing up. And now they have all this stuff. And, man, if I had to do it over, I think I would say no phone until like, high school. You know, I really would.
So I'm so glad to hear you say that, because we have to look out for the kids. No one else is doing it. No one's coming down and going, you know what? We should regulate this.
Yeah.
How do you, you know, as a dad, you know, how did you figure out things along the way? How did you know when to listen to your daughter, trust your instincts, you know, all those things all of us parents are trying to figure out?
I do a lot of recall, like, so I will replay things in my head, sometimes conversations I have with people, not just my daughter, but friends, my wife, my daughter, my mother, my siblings, everyone. And if it didn't go well, particularly, and just think about, like, okay, how could that have gone better? How could I have done that differently? I was a little bit, so I came home from work, I was probably still thinking about work. My daughter asked me a question, I probably answered it, but I wasn't fully like this answering it. I was like doing 4 things at once. Sidebar, not really sidebar, but digress for a second. This multitasking thing that people talk about, they're so good at, I don't think it exists. Honestly, and I know people are like, no, I'm a great multitasker.
Extrapolate, expand.
I don't think you are. I don't think that anybody doing more than one thing at a time is better than doing just that one thing at a time. So if you're really great at soccer, and you're also really great at tennis, and you're trying to play both of them at the same time, you're probably not going to be great at either one of them, right?
Yeah.
So, but not to say that you can't multitask. We all have to, but just be aware of it, right?
But it's very hard to be present also.
It is. It's exhausting.
You know? And you're so right. Like, if your daughter's asking you a question and you're ruminating about something else, are you fully present? We're all, you know...
It's just a constant struggle that you have in life, I think.
So interesting.
That everyone has in life, I think, right?
Well, and
if you're busy.
I bite off more than I can chew a lot.
Me too.
And, like, sometimes I'm like, is this really going well? Like, am I doing well at anything?
Starts not to taste great. You're like,
Yeah. And so thank you for the thought on the multitasking and the thought about phones and your daughter and just being a good, thoughtful dad. You're a good dad.
Thank you. Thank you.
We will be right back.